Have you ever heard of a dead man being put on trial? Sounds like a plot for a macabre movie, doesn't it? But it's not. It's a bizarre event from history that truly happened. The year was 896, a time when the world was still trying to understand the complexities of justice and law. In the heart of Rome, a new pope ascended the throne of the Holy See. His name was Stephen VI. Little did the world know that his reign would be marked by one of the most peculiar decisions in the annals of history. Stephen VI, perhaps driven by a sense of justice or a desire for revenge, made a decision that would leave everyone aghast. He decided to exhume the body of his predecessor, Pope Formosus. Yes, you heard it right. He pulled the previous pope out from the tranquility of his grave to face a trial that was as unusual as it was unsettling. Imagine the scene. The lifeless body of Formosus, dressed in the grandeur of papal clothes, propped up on a throne as if he were alive. The throne room, filled with spectators, bore witness to this macabre spectacle as a dead man was about to be put on trial. But the absurdity of the event did not end there. Stephen VI, in a display of dramatic fervor, began to shout out questions at the lifeless body of Formosus, questions that were obviously left unanswered. It was a grotesque scene that blurred the lines between sanity and madness, between reverence for the dead and the pursuit of justice. This trial, with its eerie silence and unanswered questions, was anything but ordinary. It was a spectacle that left an indelible mark on the pages of history, a spectacle that was as grotesque as it was absurd. So, the unthinkable happened. A dead pope, Formosus, was found guilty of perjury in an absurd trial. The scene of exhumation was something straight out of a horror story. The night was pitch black and the air was heavy with an eerie silence. A group of men, led by Stephen VI, stood before the tomb of Formosus, their faces lit by the flickering torches they held. The tomb itself was an imposing structure, a testament to the power and prestige that Formosus once held. As they began to open the tomb, the air became heavier, filled with an uneasy anticipation. The stone lid was slowly pushed aside, revealing the resting place of the deceased pope. His body, once full of life and vigor, now lay silent and still. Each man held his breath, the gravity of what they were about to do weighing heavily on them. Despite the unease, they proceeded, pulling out the lifeless body of Formosus. The body was disturbingly preserved, the papal robes still clinging to it, giving it an uncanny semblance of life. Despite the decay, there was a sense of dignity that clung to Formosus, even in death. The sight of his lifeless body being dragged out of its peaceful rest was a chilling spectacle, one that would be etched in the memories of those present and in the annals of history. And so, the stage was set for the most eccentric trial the world had ever seen. But the unholy spectacle wasn't over yet. The trial took an even more morbid turn. The lifeless body of Formosus, once the venerable head of the Catholic Church, was then propped up on a throne. Reduced to a grotesque marionette, his remains were subjected to further indignities in the name of this grotesque farce. The body, once revered, was now treated as a mere prop in this macabre event. The Tiber River, the waterway that snakes through the heart of Rome, became its final resting place. This act was a shocking display of contempt, a stark contrast to the reverence usually shown to those of his position. Yet fate had a different plan for Formosus. His body, instead of being lost forever, was later recovered. In a grimly ironic turn of events, the same pope who had been so cruelly ridiculed was given a proper burial, a dignity denied to him in life by his malicious successor. Speaking of which, Stephen VI, the orchestrator of this ghastly spectacle, did not escape his comeuppance. His deeds did not sit well with many, especially the society was not immune to the petty power struggles and political machinations that plagued the secular world. This incident, bizarre as it may seem, is a testament to that fact. The Cadaver Synod also serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that unchecked power and ambition can lead to unspeakable acts. It's a lesson from history that echoes through the ages, a lesson that we must never forget. And with that, we conclude this macabre tale from history. If you enjoyed this chilling journey into the past, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Church Detective. Continue to join us as we delve into the darker corners of history, unraveling the mysteries and unearthing the truths that have been buried in the sands of time. Until next time, stay curious.